praises, glory, and honor goes to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of GMS that rule well, and peace, love, and salutations to the house of David, the Bayaf Dawadah that's being risen up in these last days. Alright? And Lord willing, I go into a lesson concerning, alright, the destruction of Babylon. Mystery Babylon, the great, the mother of harlots, alright? That whore that sat upon the beast, alright, that came up out of the waters, alright? And that whore that sat upon the beast is indeed America, okay? America the Great, and that beast, alright, is talking about these European nations, alright, that ultimately came out of the Roman Empire, alright? They was the revamping of the Roman Empire, alright? As it'll tell you in Revelations, the 13th chapter, that one of the heads of the beast was wounded, alright, and then came back. And that's going into after the Dark Ages, alright, the 14th century, in which Esau Edom dusted himself off and came back into power. And the last stronghold that Jake had was in Spain, alright? And the prophet Daniel received a vision of the end from the beginning, from the Babylonian Empire all the way up into the Roman Empire, in which the Roman Empire going into that little horn that stuck out, which was America. And then he seen the Lord come back, and as you know, as it is written, the saints of the Most High should take the kingdom and hold the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever and ever. But what I wanted to focus on in this lesson was the destruction, alright, of America, and how it was going to come, and how what's being played out now is exactly what the scriptures prophesied would happen. Revelation chapter 18, verse 8. Therefore shall her plague come in one day, death, and mourning, and famine, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire, for strong is the Lord who judgeth her. So the she is talking about America, Babylon the Great, alright? Revelation 18 and 2. For he cried with a mighty and strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and has become the habitations of devils, and the hole of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird. Now, when John the Revelator wrote this, he saw the destruction of Babylon. So that's why he said it is fallen, it is fallen. Not that it's going to fall, alright, but he said, past tense, it is fallen, it is fallen. That's why when you read Revelation 17, I'm going to read Revelation 17, going into the beginning stages of 18, right? It'll tell you, Revelation chapter 17, verse 15. And he said unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the horse sitteth, are peoples, and multitudes, and nations, and tongues. Alright? And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh, and burn her with fire. For the Most High have put in their hearts to fulfill his will, to agree to give their kingdom unto the beast, unto the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. And the woman which thou sawest is the great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth. That great city is America, alright? And that great city is talking about Babylon, alright? And then verse 18 and 1, it says, after these things, after what things? After the destruction of America. Alright? I seen a great angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his voice. And he cried with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and is fallen. Alright, so now I wanna go into these videos that I have I already popped it up on the screen. But before I go into these videos, the prophet Obadiah seen the destruction of Esau. He was the main prophet that talked about Esau, Edom, which are the Edomites. All right. Obadiah 1:6. How are the hidden things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid the wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. So that confederacy, going into the confederacy, that's going into your troops, your alliance. All right, the people. And what is the border? The border of what? The border of war. Because it says the men that were at peace with thee, they have deceived thee. So if I say that I'm at peace with you and I deceive you, I'm going to do the opposite of what peace is, and I'm going to bring you to war. And they're going to prevail against thee. All right? And they that ate the bread, because you're going to go, as these clips go into, these military alliances that basically they have with the European Union. And subsidizing the majority of the European Union, having their back. All right? So, without no further ado, let's go into this thing first. Let's go into this one, right? Let's go into this one because Macron, all right, the president of France, made a statement, all right, and the title of this one is Francis Macron calls true European army to defend against U.S. And Russia.
Down, we were watching it live here as he landed in Paris for the commemoration of the 100-year anniversary of the end of World War I. He'll join leaders this weekend from dozens of other countries. Now, just before he landed with the First Lady, the president took to the Twitter. And he wrote this: President Macron of France has just suggested that Europe build its own military in order to protect itself from the U.S., China, and Russia. Very insulting, but perhaps Europe should first pay its fair share of NATO, which the U.S. subsidizes greatly. Michael O'Hanlon joins us now from Brookings, where he's a foreign policy senior fellow, and I'm sure that will shake up the weekend meeting a little bit. Michael, what did you think of the president's tweet?
Well, first of all, thanks for having me on, and good for President Trump going to this commemoration, and good for you for noting it. It is a very important date. It's the 100th anniversary of the end of World War I. Even though we don't have those amazing veterans with us any longer, it's still a day in history worth commemorating, and I'm glad Mr. Trump is there. So having said that, and now getting to this issue, I think that President Macron a couple days ago chose some unfortunate words when he said something that actually President Trump should have liked, because what he...
Let me stop it there. Matter of fact, let me stop it there because the point is in what Macron said. What he said is they need to build an army to defend against Russia and the U.S. Now, when you go to this video, it's another video that I have queued up, and it's the title to this one is "What Does Europe Think of Donald Trump?" I'm gonna let this one play out.
Wins a swathe of states.
Trump cements his place as the front. Of all the surprises the U.S. beams across the Atlantic, this just might trump all the rest. Wake up to a triumphant Donald Trump, and in Europe, what you hear here will be no surprise.
I think he's terrifying. I'm very afraid of him.
Or this.
I just think he's a complete buffoon.
Donald Trump?
Yeah.
God.
Oh, God, I hate him.
This was, after all, the country where within weeks, nearly 600,000 people signed a petition to ban him from entering the UK.
His words are poisonous.
Even held a parliamentary debate over his words promising to ban Muslims from entering the US. All along in Europe, there's been a mix of marvel and derision. The Spanish El País dismissed him as Donald Duck for president. As his political fortunes grew, French Libération called him the American nightmare and the big idiot on the rise. Germany's Der Spiegel declared it all just madness.
Trump is, in some respects, this sort of ultimate caricature of the ugly American in European eyes.
It doesn't help that Trump seems to question the transatlantic relationship. criticizes European policy on economy and migration, even last night.
Germany, you take a look at Sweden, you take a look at Brussels, you look at some of these places, it's like a disaster.
So today, that much nearer to the Republican nomination, in the UK, it's crazy has gone pro. But there's also pragmatism about maybe having to deal with a Trump presidency. So in Germany, what looked grotesque must now be discussed seriously.
Is there a Trump-Putin bromance going on?
Trump does have fans overseas. There's that ongoing mutual admiration with Russian President Vladimir Putin and the like-minded on the political right here, among them France's Jean-Marie Le Pen, who tweeted that if he were American, he'd vote for Trump. From here, too, it's been hard to look away, and starting today, even harder. Nala Ayed, CBC News, London.
I see as that deception, it talks about this bromance, all right, this bromance that he has with Vladimir Putin, right, and the president of France saying that we need to build an army to protect against Russia and against America, all right. So let me go to this article real quick, just to prove the scriptures to be true, all right. Everything that the scriptures say will be happening is starting to play out, all right. And this is from the Economist, all right. And the title of this one, The Unhappy Marriage, all right. Turkey and NATO are going apart, okay. But they will probably have to stick together. Now, as you can see, this beer, all right, is a representation of Russia, okay? The beer is a representation of Russia. Obviously, you have the American Yankee, and this guy right here is the president of Turkey, all right? And Turkey is, right now, as of today, a NATO ally. Turkey is in the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Now, what you got to understand is the North Atlantic Treaty Organization was an organization, and the main purpose of that organization was to defend against the Russians, okay? It was to defend against the Russians. But now you see the bear, all right, hugging the president of Turkey. You know, that's symbolic of them getting buddy-buddy. And you see the confusion, the confused look of fear upon America. And Turkey, militarily, all right, is a strong nation, all right? I believe it has a population of 80 million people. They're a nuclear, a nation with nuclear weapons, and they're a very proud people, okay? So let's read the article. It said anxieties about Donald Trump's commitment to NATO and Russia's military assertiveness remain at the top of the alliance agenda, but close behind looms the problem of semi-detached Turkey, a country that not only possesses NATO's second biggest armed force, but also straddles a critical geographical fault line between the West and the East. So not only does NATO have, Turkey has the second biggest armed forces, right? But the geographical location of Turkey is very strategic to any war. If there's going to be any war between, NATO and Russia, that is a very critical point. All right, that's basically the doorway from the Middle East into Europe, man. All right, that's the doorway between the Middle East and Europe. All right, it says Turkey is not only unpredictable, it also pursues a nationalist agenda that can put it at odds with the obligations to allies. And most recent source of tension is simmering role between Turkey and America is over Turkey's incursion into Afrin, a Kurdish enclave in northwest Syria. This is not, strictly speaking, a matter for NATO. However, American troops could soon find themselves at direct attack from their NATO ally if Turkey President Recep Erdogan carries out the promise to strangle before it is born. So now the tension that's brewing up. See, these heathens, they don't know what's going on because they don't believe in biblical prophecy. See, they're the ones that got to go on day by day. But the prophets, the men of the Lord, through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, we have the secrets. All right, we have the secrets of the Lord, and the secrets are written in plain sight. All right, the secrets are written right there in plain sight. Now we're gonna go to the book of Ezekiel. We're gonna go to the book of Ezekiel, the 38th chapter. We're gonna go to the book of Ezekiel, the 38th chapter. Okay, and I'm gonna start at I'll start at 1. The word of the Lord, Ezekiel 38:1. The word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him. And say, Thus saith the Lord power, behold, I am against thee, O Gog, chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and bring thee forth, and all thy armies and horsemen, and all of them clothed in all sorts of armor, even a great company, with bucklers and shields, all of them wielding swords, Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shields and helmets. Gomar and his band, the house of Tomagar in the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee. Be thou prepared, prepare thyself, thou and all thy company, and that are assembled unto thee, and be a guard unto them. So the land of Tomagar is the land of Turkey. So the prophecy states that Turkey is going to be with Russia. It's going to be with Russia. And we just read how the people that was at peace with Esau is going to deceive them. All right? It's going to deceive Esau. Right? I'll read 18:8. Shall not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Eden and understanding out of Mount of Esau? And the mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the Mount of Esau may be cut off by violence. All right? They're going to be cut off by... So these articles, all right, and the attitude that these Europeans have, all right, against Donald Trump.
The country where within weeks, nearly...
The attitude that these Europeans have with Donald Trump, all right, and the statement that the president of France made concerning the true European army, all right, defending itself against Russia, links up with Revelation, Revelation, the 17th chapter, okay, and where it says that the 10 kings shall hate the whore, all right. Here it is, verse 5. And upon her head was written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and the abominations of the earth. Okay? And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the myriads of Yahushai. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration. And this is where the blood of the saints are, all right? This is where the children of Israel got their blood shed upon this land, man. Okay? Okay? Verse 7, and the angel said unto me, Where is thy marvel? I will tell you the mystery of the woman and of the beast that carried her, which have 7 heads and 10 horns. Alright? So now let me jump down. I'm going to jump down to 15. Alright? And he said unto me, The waters which thou sawest where the horse sitteth are peoples, multitudes of nations. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh. Those are talking about the European nations, okay? For God had put in their heart to fulfill his will, and to agree to give their kingdoms unto the beast, until the words of the Most High be fulfilled. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city that reigneth over the kings. So America's destruction is sealed in fate, all right? And these prophecies are powerful. They're powerful. You can't get around it. Alright, you cannot get around it. So with that, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of GMS, the great millstone who rule well. And peace, love, and salutations to the Bayaf Dawada. Till the next time, I say Shalom.